This is one of the oldest maps in Minecraft history, and this is the 2026 version. So, how did we get here? Well, Minecraft officially released in 2011, over 15 years ago, which means there are people watching this, maybe you, who weren't even born when Minecraft was released. God, I am old. But this made me think, how did people way back in 2011 play the game? More specifically, how good was their building? So I gathered some of the oldest maps I could find online, some dating back to 2010, before official release, and I compared them to their modern day equivalent. So let's take a look. This is the oldest redstone piano in Minecraft. Hello, salut, bonjour, guten tag. This is by Ending Alaporte, and he's French. No, I'm joking. This is the oldest redstone piano in Minecraft. So redstone had probably just been added to the game, and this guy was like, I'm gonna make a piano. So how does this work? As you can see, we've got the piano down here. Some redstone contraptions in the legs of the piano. It's made of wool and snow, so it doesn't seem like I can play the keys from here. So I'm gonna guess these are the keys here. Well, I guess it sort of works. Yeah, it's not the most impressive redstone feat, but this was made in 2011, I think. So, for the first attempt of its kind, it's kind of cool. I wonder if I can play a song. It's harder than it looks, okay? But also for being made out of wool, it actually looks pretty nice. And I'm interested to see what a 2026 piano looks like. 15 years later. God, I'm so old. Okay, this is the 2026 piano. And you know, already a lot more blocks to work with, so it looks a lot nicer. But what the hell is this? What's going on? Is this all redstone? There's copper trap doors here, and I feel like maybe they're actually useful and I shouldn't play with them. Oh my god, this goes so high up. I can't be bothered to fly up there. I'll just get it in a replay after. We have the piano. How does it work? I don't know. Oh, okay. We got working pedals. But how does it work up here? Hang on, we got some signs. Right click to play Minecraft. Oh, okay. We can't play it ourselves, right? We can't play this piano ourselves. We can't make our own song. But we can, apparently, play C418. So, I mean, we'll just play the default one, right? Let's see how it goes. Whoa. Wait. Does this do anything? Okay, maybe not. That is so cool! What redstone sorcery is happening here? I can't see anything. There's no wires. Look, I've not played with redstone or Minecraft for many years, okay? I have no idea what is going on behind me. You could probably lock me in a room for 10 years, and I would never be able to replicate this. What even is this? Why is there so many observers? What's going on? Okay. That is quite insane. And it can play more than one song? How? Make it make sense! Wait! Oh my god. This is like a reverb. I'm kind of blown away by this. Like, how can this little switch make so much of a difference? And I can't see a single piece of redstone. Oh wow, they literally activate for like a split second. I think it's safe to say that the 2026 piano beats the 2011 piano. I mean, we can't play it ourselves, so that kind of minuses a point, but this is just so cool. And it really does show how far redstone has come, because I can't even name half these blocks. Anyway, moving on to the next map. I don't know about you, but 15 years ago, if I was storing loot in Minecraft, I would just be throwing stuff in chests. There was no organization, definitely no redstone, and no security, so all my friends would always be taking my loot. Also, if you're wondering how old I am to remember playing Minecraft 15 years ago, shut up. But someone in 2011 decided to take storage to the next level, and this is the result. I presume you're not meant to see the top part. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay, it seems all the minecarts have despawned from this, maybe? See, I think the problem I'm having is I'm not entirely sure what I'm meant to be doing. Where's the storage? There's meant to be a control panel. Oh, it's here. Wood and wood products. Ah, right, okay. I'm starting to get the picture. If we put that here, and we'll say, this is our storage, okay? Well, we'll try the valuables one. Is anything happening? Okay, now what? Oh, it's here. Wait, where'd it go? Wait, where's it gonna... Wait, how did it end up here? Okay, that's fine. We'll try another one. Okay, I get it. I think I get it. So, I want my valuables. I think I turn this off. It falls through. There we go. And then I can be like, there we go. Store all my valuables. Drop that back in. And then off it goes back into store. Okay, that took me a while, but it is very cool. And this was possible in 2011. It kind of beats just throwing all your stuff in a chest, right? All right, let's go see how storage has evolved. This is a 2026 storage system, and apparently it's powered by these little guys. I'm not gonna lie, this looks like a bit of a slave labor issue. If we ignore that, this is kind of cool. Now, there is one major issue. I have not played Minecraft since these guys came out. I have no idea how it works, so we do need to figure that out. So I guess, can we just throw stuff in there? No, that's not how it works. Let's try with some podzol, okay? We have a stack of podzol. We've just been in the podzol mines, and I've lobbed it in the input chest. Okay, let's see if that works. So, there's loads of ender pearls in this chest. I click this button, and they start disappearing. I don't know the maths behind this, the functionality, the engineering, but it's these guys here because, well, they have eyes in their hands. I don't know where they're putting it exactly. I have faith that they'll figure it out. I feel like I may have broken the mechanism. That's off. That's on. But either way, the sand is leaving. It's okay. It's working. Oh, it's even lighting up here. If you can be bothered to build this in your base, then you have a really cool storage system, I guess. So that's a plus. Would I? No. That has been way too much redstone for me. And I know that in 2011 and in 2026, I would not have been able to replicate those builds. I was more of a house guy, you see. So, for our next build, we have a 2011 cabin. I guess we'll start from here, follow the skeleton. Thank you for showing me the way. Now we've got a nice little path, and here we go. This is the cabin, I guess. We've got a sugarcane farm in the... I guess they're meant to be like house plants. More sugarcane. And upstairs, that's all the paintings that fell off. I guess I'll just stick those on as I go. All right, we've got the master bedroom, which takes about 10 years to walk to. You know, quite a nice view. But as you can see, this is actually extremely simplistic. And I'm lost. And we got more sugarcane. Well, let me just go through the garden real quick. Okay, we got the kitchen. I like it. What's up, dog? Pretty nice cabin, I'm not gonna lie. Quite confusing, and all made of one block. Could I have built this back in the day? Maybe? It kind of sucks how it's all just one block, but I guess they had kind of less blocks to work with back then. The roof's nice though. So, how much can building really improve in 15 years for something as simple as a cabin? Now, this next build is a schematic, so I have to paste it into the world. So hopefully it doesn't look terrible. Oh, okay. Okay, I just had to fix the bushes because they all broke off when I pasted it. But this is the cabin, and it looks a bit better than the old one, okay? Let's do a tour, shall we? I mean, already, I think... Oh my god, I thought I was in survival then. Already, if I just stand here, right? Do a 360. There's already more blocks in my immediate area than in the entire last build combined. I'm pretty sure the last one had like 5 different blocks, okay? Anyway, let's have a look inside. That's cool. I like that a lot. There's even like a rug. I like that. What is this? A dead horn coral fan. Didn't even know that existed. Look, I think what this comes down to is both way more blocks being available to build with, and also people's imaginations just getting way better. And probably a generation of people playing The Sims. Wait, look at all this. There's a dining table, bins, more storage, the beer cellar. Oh, sweet. Okay, and there's a bit of a balcony. There's not too much to say about this. Building has improved an awful lot. Both because there's loads of new blocks to work with and people are just so much better at building now. Like the last house, I probably could have built that. This one, probably not. Anyway, with the chill house out of the way, time to go on to something a bit more interesting. Now, I'm just going to presume that the next build needs no introduction. Because, of course, this is the Titanic. And I don't think I had enough water space. So it might be crashing into the side of the mountain. I guess it beats an iceberg, right? But this is a 2011 built Titanic and it is massive and it looks really cool too. I mean, obviously the only white block they had to work with is wool, which I think would sink quite quickly in real life. The water's still catching up to fill out this hole. But there's even all the different bedrooms. Some of them have beds in, even. Pretty cool. Let's take a look inside. I literally watched Titanic the other day, so this is pretty cool for me. Okay, so we got the captain's quarters. Classy space, yeah, okay. Okay, special class. This is the deck. And of course, this is where they would be like, I'm flying, Jack, I'm flying. Okay, I'm not doing that again. Right, I'm so alone. But yeah, honestly, not a bad attempt for 2011, you know? I don't even know if they had World Edit back then. And we got the propellers down here, which look a bit unfortunately shaped, actually. I'm just going to ignore that. Now, you're probably thinking, how can you upgrade the Titanic? You can make it bigger and add new blocks, and you'd be right. This is the 2026 Titanic, and as you can see, it almost looks realistic. New blocks, bigger, more detail, and we'll look inside later. But there's actually something about this Titanic in particular that's way cooler than the old one. So not only is it way bigger, it takes me so long to fly to the other end. In the film, this is where Rose was gonna go hop, hop, whip, and respawn. And I only watched the film a couple weeks ago, and it's like I'm sort of going through the movie set. Everything is where I remember it being in the film, including the iceberg. So this is the addition to this build. And you might be thinking it's literally just a block of ice. What's so cool about that? Well, I'll show you. First, I'm just gonna quickly run through here and show you how detailed everything is. Room for room, they have the exact layout of the Titanic. This is like the main stairway where they would walk down and be all, you know, in their fancy dress. But what we also have is all the insides, right? So like the engineering of the boat. But this is where the crew would run around and do all the engines and, you know, they'd throw all the coal into here and what have you. But as you can see, there's a bit of water coming out here. Why is that? And the reason for that is the iceberg has obviously hit the ship. As you can see, it's literally made a gash in the ship and water is flooding in. And this is where this map becomes really, really cool. Because as you can see here, I have loads of saves of the same boat. The one we were on was Titanic hitting iceberg at 23:40 p.m, which is the time the iceberg hit in real life. And then we also have the various sinking stages, including the ship breaking in half. So what we're going to do is just go to 1:45, which is about 2 hours after the initial hit. And as you can see, the guy who built this has tilted the entire ship. Like, this must have taken ages. You can't just rotate a map like this. Like, to me, this looks like all the blocks are on an angle, but they're not. He's just rebuilt the entire thing, but on oh god, I can't even explain how cool that is. All the lifeboats have left by this point, mainly. There's still a couple. The front of the ship is completely submerged. All the passengers will be fleeing up to the top of the ship right now as the boat sinks. Like, this is insane. Now, if you've seen the film, you'll know that one of the scariest parts of the film is when they're all sort of standing at the top of the boat. Which is what this stage represents. The entire boat tipped into the air. Everyone was standing here, basically, trying not to fall to their demise. This is just before the ship flops back over. And look at this. Look, like, all these rooms, all unique, accurately placed in the boat. Like, oh my god. Which leaves the final build, when the Titanic breaks just before it sinks into the ocean. And here we go. The final stage of the Titanic, when it rips in half. I mean, look at that. Look how he's built this. It actually looks like it's just been ripped. Like, that's insane. Not only is there new blocks and ambition with these builds. But also people in 2026 put a lot more time and energy into their builds and end up making really cool things such as this. Honestly, might be hard to beat this in the rest of the video. Now, we've already had storage and a piano, but one of the first things that people tried to do in Minecraft to really help out their game was build automated farms. And one of the most useless farms you could probably make is a cactus farm. This was made in 2011, and it's literally one of the oldest farm maps on planet Minecraft. And I don't think it has any automation. I'm fairly certain it's just a load of cactuses lined up like this. Looks kind of nice from above, I guess. But definitely a lot of wasted potential here. If only they knew how to redstone. So yeah, there's not much admirable about this one, which sort of sucks to say. But I did want to include it in the video to show the contrast between what people were doing back 15 years ago and what people were doing today. And oh my god, it's massive. It's not even fitting in my render distance right now. Apparently this generates 1,146,000 cacti per hour and 2,300 cacti every 7 seconds. There's an ominous lever here called collect the cactus. I think somehow this entire farm will generate the cactus to come down here. You can set the tick speed. Apparently this is all that was used, which means there's no redstone or anything. Literally just these blocks. But anyway, let's do this and hope my game doesn't crash. My computer just started going quite loud, but nothing seems to be happening. Wait, let me go check this out. Surely the cactuses need to grow, right? Okay, I've manually turned up the tick speed, so the cactuses grow a bit faster. So I guess that's one major drawback to this farm. Oh, there we go. Our first cactus. Laggly coming up the water. Maybe I should change it back to 3, because that is lagging hard. I kind of see why it's lagging now. Right, you know what? We're gonna go a bit risky, and let's see if this cactus grows. Tick speed is set to 90, so cactuses should be growing pretty rapidly. Set it back to 0. Pretty cool. And apparently I didn't pick up any cactus. Honestly, not the most technical, but just absolutely huge. And you know, you gotta appreciate the effort. How long will it take me to fly out of here? It's just that my render distance is... okay, there we go. We got to the end. Oh. Okay. Well, it might crash my game, but I mean, we gotta give it a go. Okay, here's the middle, I think. If we fly up to the top. Okay. No, that's just silly, really, isn't it? That is just silly. I think one of these is a chunk, right? Like one cactus farm is one chunk. Oh, it goes bigger that way than it does this way. That is heavy on the computer. Okay, well, you see how big it is. And on that note, I don't think I need any more cactus. So, what's the conclusion here? Well, 1, I need to make more videos. I've had this footage for so long, I'm sorry. And 2, Minecraft is a very different game than what it was 15 years ago. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.